Decorative hiking stick. Hello everybody, welcome back. And what I thought I'd do today, I'm not going to actually show you any knots at all, but I'm just going to show you with some of the knots that I've already done videos on of what you can do, and this is just an example. And so let's go through it from top to bottom. Basically at the top here I have got myself a 3-strand plait here, just like tiny girls' hair or something like that, which then obviously leads, when both ends of the actual 3-strand plait are pulled together, what I've done here is I have then put a star knot in the end of that, and it goes around my stick like so. The other thing that I've done here is I've got myself a handle, and I've got a little toggle on that handle so I can tighten it up against the star knot to prevent it coming undone, or pull it down, and then I can remove the handle like so from my star knot. And so if you find it annoying, you can actually use your hiking stick without having a handle on. But a handle is always good, because if you accidentally drop it, depends on where you're walking, but it might drop out of reach and you've lost it. But with having a handle on it, it does allow you to keep hold of it. And so basically with the handle here, what I've done is at the very top I've tied, and also throughout this video what I will do is each time that I mention a particular knot, i.e. the star knot, the 4-strand round braid here, I will put links in the description below so that you can go and see those particular bits of the videos that I've done previously. So as I say, with this handle here, what I've done is I have done a 4-strand round sennit or braid here, which then leads down into the handle itself, and I've then transformed that into a Portuguese Sennit, or for the more modern people, also known as the Cobra stitch. And then, yeah, so I mean it is known as the Portuguese Sennit, but it's also known in modern times as the Cobra stitch, simply for the fact is it's got like a cobra effect, like a cobra has on his neck, I think. Anyway, and then we go up here. Here we have a simple 4 Bights Turks Head woggle, which is allowed to move, and that will slide up and down. It's a bit tight at the moment, but you can see there I can slide it up, and it's locking at the top there, and if I slide it the other way I end up with a bigger hole so that I can pass it over my star knot. And the idea is that when you actually create this to work over your star knot, don't allow it just to fall over. Make it so that it is a little bit tight on your star knot so that it doesn't come undone when you're walking or something. That's the whole idea of that. Now the next thing that we come here is I've got on the actual handle itself a very long 4 Bight Turks Head knot, and what I've done is I've done 3 passes on it, and the middle pass, or the second pass, is actually a different coloured cord just to make it look a little bit more decorative and stand out a bit. And so once again, there is a link below in the description to the video on how to make this. Now I should have been a little bit more prepared, and just as I talk away from the camera, now the thing is when we're doing this particular Turks head, when you see the video on the instructions that I give, I actually start off by doing 3 turns, so once, twice, 3 times, like so. So we end up with 3 turns on here. Now if you want to extend this knot, so if you want to make it even longer, just increase the number of turns that you are putting round it. So in other words, the video itself that you can refer to shows me going round 3 times at the very beginning, but if you want to increase the actual length of the Turks head here, so if I'd have done a 3 turns initially, it probably would have only been about to where my fingers are. But because I did 5 turns, it goes to there. Now the thing is, if I wanted it even longer down here, my initial turns would have been 7 turns around the actual walking stick itself. So that's what determines your Turks head knot. And so when you're tying your knot, it's the first amount of turns that you do, and you always want to do 3 or more, but in odd numbers. Always has to be 3, 5, 7, 9. You get the idea of it. So that's the idea of this particular Turks head knot here. So yeah, once again, that is in the description down below. The other thing I want to say as well was that this particular walking stick, hiking stick, staff was made by Cosh Bushcraft. Now he does some very interesting items. So if you're interested in what Cosh Bushcraft produces, I'll put a link in the description down there as well, and you'll be able to link to his channel and just see some of the things he produces. He doesn't just produce walking sticks, hiking sticks, he also does knives and also tips and tricks on the making of knives, etc. So just an interesting thing to see. Oh, and I've left a bit of tape on there. So anyway, with this particular stick, it's a wooden shaft, and at the top he's got himself some nice antler and put it onto the stick, and just about at that point there it is joined. It was a very neat and tidy join, but I covered it simply for the fact is I wanted a good solid grip for my Turks head, or my hand to hold, and it won't slip on the Turks head. So anyway, that's today's not a knot tying one as such, just something you can make with knot tying. So in other words, just to recap here, and once again, everything I mentioned here will be in the description below. So we've got the 3-strand plait or plait going into a 6-pointed star knot here. On the actual handle itself, we've got our 4-strand round Sennit. We've got a simple 4-bight Turks head woggle, and then we're going into the Portuguese Sennit or the Cobra stitch on that there, and that's all one piece there. And then finally on the handle itself, from here to here, is a very nice long Turks head knot with 3 passes. It's got 8 bights to it, and the middle one I have used different coloured cord just to make it stand out that little bit more. And you've got to admit that when you look at that and the star knot as well, it looks rather elegant on the handle itself. So anyway, there we have it. That is what I did recently to a hiking stick that Cosh Bushcraft wanted me to dress up. And so that's what I did with it. So anyway, once again, thank you very much for viewing. If you enjoyed it, if you hated it, whichever you did, please do leave me a comment and let's have a chat online about knotting. So anyway, I'll see you again next time. So let's get knotting. Bye-bye.